long before it became the ubiquitous fruit of global markets, a culinary staple rebranded and refined. The plant we know as the kiwi fruit was a different entity entirely. It was the mehudo, the monkey peach, a name that offered little allure, and often, it was simply known as the despised Chinese gooseberry. For centuries, this humble vine thrived, largely unnoticed by the outside world, clinging to the steep, misty slopes of the Yangtze River Valley, deep within China's ancient mountains. Here, in a landscape sculpted by time and tradition, the mehudo was not cultivated, but foraged. It was a wild, tenacious fruit, recognized for its medicinal properties by the isolated communities who navigated these formidable terrains. Passed down through generations, knowledge of its uses was part of the fabric of life, a secret held close by gatherers whose rough hands knew the contours of every winding vine and the subtle art of coaxing sustenance from the wilderness. Its emerald flesh and tiny black seeds were a minor, yet vital, component of an ancient pharmacopoeia. This wild existence, steeped in the specific microclimates of the Yangtze, represented the fruit's entire known history. Until 1904. That year, a few seeds began an extraordinary journey, carried from their native soil to a distant island in the southern hemisphere, New Zealand. It was an improbable transplantation, a monumental shift in environment, climate, and ecological context. And here lies the profound mystery, the biological paradox that defined its future. What inherent, extraordinary genetic secret allowed this seemingly ordinary vine, so intrinsically tied to its specific Chinese mountain origins, to not only survive but dramatically flourish and adapt in a completely alien ecosystem on the other side of the world? For millennia, the mehudo remained a secret kept close by the towering peaks of the Yangtze River Valley. Not a culinary delight, but a revered ingredient in a different kind of alchemy. Its shaggy, unassuming exterior belied a potent inner world, celebrated not on the dinner table, but within the herbalist's mortar and pestle. Communities dwelling within the misty valleys saw beyond its humble appearance, understanding its vital role in traditional remedies. It was known as a fortifying essence, a tonic for ailments, a source of vitality against the persistent dampness and chill of the mountains. Folk healers might have crushed its vibrant emerald green flesh, with its tiny black seeds, pale white core, and soft texture, into poultices or brewed it into bitter infusions, believing in its power to aid digestion or soothe discomfort. Generations of faceless Chinese mountain foraging gatherers, their silhouettes blending with the ancient stone paths, knew precisely where the wild vines clung, how to navigate the steep terraced mountains, and how to coax the hairy brown kiwi fruit from its natural embrace. This was a knowledge passed down, a quiet inheritance, interwoven with the rhythms of their daily lives in sparse, traditional Chinese farm huts, far removed from any global market. When these seeds eventually crossed oceans, landing in the fertile, yet alien, soil of New Zealand, the initial outlook was bleak. Early growers, often unfamiliar with its temperament, grappled with the mehudo's challenging cultivation. Its wild, tenacious spirit, honed over centuries in the formidable Chinese mountains, didn't immediately yield to organized agriculture. Its unimpressive appearance, that hairy brown exterior, offered little promise for a market looking for aesthetically pleasing produce. There seemed limited potential beyond a small local curiosity. Yet, beneath the initial struggle, a remarkable truth began to emerge. Despite the dramatically different environment, the fruit's surprising resilience and inherent adaptability hinted at a profound secret. It wasn't just surviving. It was subtly, stubbornly thriving. This quiet tenacity in the face of a completely new world was a prelude, an unseen whisper of the global destiny that awaited this humble, shaggy fruit, a testament to its intrinsic biological strength. The quiet tenacity of the Mahodo, thriving in its adopted New Zealand home, soon faced a formidable obstacle, not of soil or climate, but of geopolitics. By the 1950s, as the Cold War cast a long shadow across international relations, the fruit's original name, Chinese gooseberry, became an unexpected liability. This simple label, echoing across international trade routes, triggered prohibitive tariffs and trade restrictions, threatening to strangle its burgeoning export potential before it could even blossom. The promise of global markets, once so tantalizing, now seemed barred by an invisible wall of political tension and economic friction. Desperation spurred innovation. New Zealand growers, with their eyes fixed on a larger prize, recognized that survival hinged on shedding this politically charged identity. This wasn't merely a cosmetic change. It was an economic imperative, a high-stakes gamble in the arena of global commerce. A radical solution was needed, one that could sever ties with its contentious past and forge a new, universally appealing identity, untainted by Cold War anxieties. Enter Jack Turner, a visionary in the nascent world of agricultural marketing. His proposal was audacious. Rename the fruit after New Zealand's own iconic, flightless national bird, the kiwi. The move was brilliant in its simplicity and profound in its impact. Not only did it create a distinct, patriotic identity, but it also ingeniously transformed the fruit's most perceived flaw, its fuzzy, unassuming skin, into a unique, even endearing, selling point. Suddenly, the hairy brown kiwi fruit wasn't just a fruit, it was a brand, a symbol of New Zealand ingenuity and global appeal. This act of commercial alchemy transformed an unknown, politically sensitive produce into a globally appealing commodity. What began as a desperate measure evolved into a masterclass in branding, propelling the hairy brown kiwi fruit from obscure origins to the brink of international conquest. Vast, geometric orchards now sprawled, meticulously managed for mass production, and sterile biotech labs fine-tuned its genetic destiny. The fruit, once a humble mountain tonic, was now a meticulously cultivated product, ready to navigate the expansive, often brutal, currents of global supply chains. Its journey from ancient valley to modern superstore was complete, a testament to human ingenuity, yet also a stark reminder of the commodification that strips away original mystery, replacing it with the efficient, standardized reality of empire. Today, the kiwi's carefully cultivated narrative reaches every corner of the globe, orchestrated by the Zespri Collective. This is no mere agricultural operation. It is a sophisticated, dual-hemisphere empire, meticulously safeguarding its prized varieties like Sungold through relentless intellectual property battles. Their harvest cycles chase the sun, ensuring a year-round supply that solidifies its status as a supermarket staple. But beneath this vast commercial enterprise lies a deeper, scientific triumph. The true marvel of the kiwi's journey is now being unraveled at the genetic level. Recent 2026 genomic insights have meticulously mapped the specific DNA adaptations that allowed the wild Chinese gooseberry to not just survive, but flourish in its adopted Southern Hemisphere home. This inherent resilience, a testament to millennia of natural selection, is precisely what Zespri now leverages. Scientists pinpoint genes responsible for unique nutrient profiles, robust disease resistance, and extended shelf life, transforming a once obscure forage into a meticulously optimized superfood. This deep genetic understanding is unlocking new frontiers far beyond the fruit bowl. Researchers are isolating bioactive compounds for advanced nutraceuticals, exploring its potential in anti-aging skincare, and even engineering enhanced varieties capable of thriving in increasingly challenging climates. The kiwi, once a humble mountain tonic, has become a living blueprint, demonstrating how scientific mastery and strategic application can elevate a regional crop into a global powerhouse, feeding and healing populations across continents. The transformation from wild Mahodo to global sensation ultimately reveals a profound truth. What appeared to be a stripping away of its original mystery through commodification is, in fact, a testament to humanity's capacity to understand, adapt, and strategically integrate nature's gifts into our modern world. It is the story of how an obscure species, through a crucible of migration, adaptation, and scientific ingenuity, offers a powerful model, a blueprint for leveraging genetic insights, intelligent branding, and aggressive marketing to transform any regional crop into an indispensable global resource, securing its legacy and our collective future, one vibrant emerald green fruit at a time.